70–75% of the world maple syrup production is made in Quebec. The reason for this is probably because it's a tradition over here. For the Bernard family, it would be very hard to live without maple syrup. You know, we are all born and raised producing maple syrup, packing maple syrup. Our family started to tap maple trees about, I would say, more than 100 years ago. You know, as this is a tradition, the farmers, it's generation after generation. At the moment, I'm dealing with guys that their father were dealing with my father, their grandfather were dealing with my grandfather. If you are to use organic maple production, you will have to use stainless steel drums or plastic drums. Another thing also is that you can't tap trees below 9 or 10 inches because we want to protect the forest. Everything comes from the tree, so it's all natural at the beginning. No pesticide is used. If you compare the conventional table syrup, you know, you will find corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, you know, preservative gums, colors, you know, artificial flavors, things like this. You won't find any of these in pure maple syrup. Maple syrup comes with only one ingredient, the maple sap. I think it's probably the best way to sweeten the food. It's well absorbed by the body. There is some study that shows that there's a lot of polyphenol and antioxidant in maple syrup. Each spring, we have somebody that dig a hole into the trees, and then we tapped it just like this. And so we have a vacuum machine that will pump the sap from the trees, and that will bring it to the main tube that are the black one over there. We produce, I would say, about 2 to 3 pounds of maple syrup per taps. If you have 1 liter of maple syrup, it takes 40 liters of maple saps. Each year we have, I would say, about 4 to 6 weeks where we can collect the sap. You know, everything is made on a very short period of time, so you have to be ready, because if you're not and you're missing 1 week or something like this, it can be 20% of your production. The Sugar Shack, this is the place where we bring, you know, the sap, where we boil it and reduce it to maple syrup. We have a third-party agency that will come over here to grade every single drums. And while the third-party agency is grading the drums, we are also grading it. So they make their report, but we make our own. So this way, we are sure that, you know, everything that is produced is as per our standard. And furthermore, when we make our mix for a client, we taste also every single drum another time.
Okay.
So this way we make sure that what we ship is exactly what you want.
To meet the Bernard standard.
Exactly, the Bernard standard. So.
I love it.
The new approach that 1 degree organic taken and showing the transparency of, you know, ingredient that they source is something that I found very interesting, because myself, when I go at the supermarket and that I take a look at, you know, packaging of various foods, you know, I always ask, okay, where does it come from? But the way 1 degree organic decided to move forward by have a transparency regarding their ingredient makes me feel as a consumer more safe and, you know, more interest in the product. It's the same product that we would use to feed our own family. So every single can or every single bottle that is sold, you know, is a great pride for us.